Hello, my name is Susan Graham, and today we're going to talk about living is different than living well. That's a song title by George Strait, a country western singer, and I happened to hear that just a few weeks ago, riding in my car from my farm to my house. Living means we're getting by, we're doing okay. Nothing special about it, but at least we're doing all right. Living well is having joy, having meaning in our lives, having something we look forward to and enjoy doing. So when we do estate planning, what's the difference? If you set up an estate plan, you have will, a trust, powers of attorney, health documents, those kinds of things. That's great. But if you haven't shared that information with the people that you expect to take over and handle things when you can't take care of it because you're either too ill to do that or you're dead, and then that's kind of a mess. And that's what I call living. Living well means you've actually shared with your agents, the people who make health decisions and the people who are going to make financial decisions for you, what you want them to do while you're alive, and then certainly when you're gone. So let's talk about the health agents. These are the people that you're going to rely on to talk to the doctor and make health and medical decisions for you when you can't do that for yourself. I'm talking about when you're alive and you're going to get better, but you just can't communicate, or you're seriously ill and you're really at the end of your life. And assuming that you want a what's called a good death for you and the people you care about, do your agents really know what that means to you? So, in order to make sure that things happen the way you want, you need to actually have a conversation with these people. You need to hand to your health agents a copy of the documents that you've signed that gave them power to make health decisions on your behalf when you can't do that. But you also should be talking with them about, in some detail, what your expectations are for your future. I'll give you one example. A friend of mine was on her deathbed, and her friends were taking care of her. When I went to her memorial service, they explained how much she loved opera and that they played that constantly for her because it gave her great joy. I will tell you, if I'm on my deathbed and you play opera, I will get out of that bed and probably try to find a baseball bat to hit you with. I don't like opera. I've never liked opera. I don't care why. I'm not sophisticated. I don't like it. I like rock and roll. I like country western, that kind of stuff. So that's the conversation that should be having with your health agents in terms of end of life choices as well as medical care choices. Another individual or people or whomever you've nominated to handle your financial decisions, they too need to know what your expectations are and what you would like to have happen regarding your finances and how they should be handled when you're alive and can no longer do that, or when you're gone. And you need to give them copies of the documentation that they need to be able to carry out your wishes. Just because you've done all the proper paperwork and you put that in the bottom of your closet, that's only the living, but not the living well. When you let your agents know where to find those documents and what your expectations are and give them copies of what they need, that creates the future that's living well. That lets people know what that means to you so they can actually carry out your wishes. So please take those extra steps and don't worry about being embarrassed or you shouldn't share this information. Of course, you should share it, and your agents really want to know that stuff. So thanks for listening to this. I hope it's been a help to you. If you think I can be of help to you, please call my office. It's Senior Edge Legal. And you can contact them. The information's on the button that you pushed for this particular video. Thank you very much. Bye.